Osio Banjo Maniji. We having class outside today.
So boom, Indian Territory, 1887. All tan, pink, and bright yellow areas were lost to the 5 tribes after the Civil War, right?
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, right? What I'm about to show you is from my family, all right? I ain't speaking about you. I ain't speaking about nobody else. I'm talking about my family. All right, Maniji, so last time that we were in class, in session, right? I was teaching about Andrew Jackson and how they stole us, our bodies, and took the land from under our feet and kept us on the land working it, all right? So everything I'm about to show you again is from my family.
Bureau of Land Management.
And this goes to all you pretendians.
All right, everybody, I want y'all to note what meridian that this is on. Indian Meridian, right? Township, all that good stuff, blah, 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 blah. What city is that? That says Oklahoma City, right? State volume patent, Oklahoma. What year was this issued? 6/12/1896. What year did the Civil War end? As you can see, Indian Territory, 1868, U.S. government land. And this was what? Indian Territory. The city of Oklahoma is literally smack dab right up in here. So boom, like I said, in testimony, I, Grover G. Cleveland, the person who gave my granddaddy all his land patents, okay? Grover G. Cleveland. As you can see here, it says, to his heirs and assigns forever. So you looking at, like I said, 160 acres, city of Oklahoma.
None of you pretendians can show me a land patent to the city of Oklahoma. None of you pretendians can show me. You cannot show me my patent to my city. You understand?
So look, check it out, everybody, right? The original land patent, the original survey was done in 1873.
The reason I'm showing you all of this is because during this time after Civil War ended in 1865, right? So after this, they took all of this time while some of our people was POWs. They was going around the whole, everywhere, surveying the land, y'all. And now that they already knew what was out there, right?
They already knew what was out there. They knew that this was prime time real estate.
Not only can none of you pretendians show me any land patents to this land that you are not a part, you're not from, right? You can't even present to me any land patents on the territories that you pretendians are on right now. And note, everybody, my grandfather was a very smart man. This is only, I've shown you all 2 of his 6 land patents, okay? So the reason I'm really taking my time with this right now is because you pretendians, you Africans, you still get on here on this TikTok and you talk about how we're lying about who we are and we're lying about whatever. You own nothing. You pretendians own nothing. You Africans own nothing.
Again, my granddaddy bought this. He bought the city of Oklahoma cash.
Because back then, you know, they were selling acres for $1.25 an acre, right? So my granddaddy was going around from east, southeast, where we're from. He got the president to make a patent from where my grandfather was born. You understand? I have the original land patent from what my grandfather got from President Grover Cleveland in 1892, right? I have one from 1896. I have one from 1892, 1888. I can show you all. Matter of fact, hold on.
So like I said, from east to west, Franklin is east, Okaloosa is south, Hernando, that's Colorado, Elbert, Colorado, New Mexico. My grandfather was very smart. You understand? You understand?
So again, you pretendians need to stop speaking on my people like we're lying. You need to stop treating my people like we're the imposters. You cannot present anything from the General Land Office other than your CIB that was made by the federal government after the Dawes Rolls was created, okay? So If you can show me anything before the Dawes Rolls, which I just did, okay, before the Dawes Rolls, my grandfather, we owned where you all are situated right now, okay? And to all my Niji, like I said, I will continue to stress. It don't matter how much you know or think you know. If you don't have your land patents, you don't own anything. If you do not understand what a land patent is, what a deed is, or a deed, grant, or patent, we will be going over these things in the class. So make sure that you guys are joining, making sure that you make it known that you want to understand this information, because these pretendians cannot show you this. These Africans cannot show you this, okay? We need to differentiate who we are by facts, okay? Not by yelling and having a fake debate, not by sitting there arguing with each other for 3-4 hours about diaspora WARs, but we need to go down our archives, okay? National Archives, GLO Archives, Freedmen Bureau Archives. We are documented. We're the most documented people on the planet. That's why they're trying to erase everything. Because if you don't understand what I just showed you, you're the problem. And I promise you, it's pretendians, Africans, and anybody who is stuck on this stupid conversations. So if you don't want to be able to learn what I'm showing you all, this isn't for you. But if you have an open mind to comprehend and digest everything that I'm giving, I promise you, you will be more of a empowered being, okay? That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to argue with anybody. I'm not here to, even prove a point, but I'm just here to show, okay? Because you got plenty of people out here like Mama Neen and who say that they are into this type of work, who say that they are themselves in court right now, but haven't shown anything on their pages. And I'm not trying to sneak this and all that type stuff. I'm just being blunt, bro. Okay, what I got to hide. Okay, the government know who I am, so I'm not worried about being unalived. I'm not worried about nobody trying to come and kidnap me, and then I'm not worried about none of that. Okay, because I am divinely protected. December 7th, we starting our classes for all of my Niji and affidavits of heirship, claim of interest, and how to file these things federally so that they stick, okay? If you're interested, please DM me, send me your email, and if you want more information, I will send you the syllabus. Tap in, let's make these pretendians and all these Africans tap out. OCO.